world of the world. This is Lavanya. Today's episode is going to be a type 1 diabetes meme review. My husband has selected a few memes from the Instagram pages, and this is the first time I'm going to look at them. I have no idea how I'm going to react to them. So this is a hoodie that our friend made. He owns a store called Artagasm, and he makes splendid hoodies, designed hoodies. So yeah, I am linking up the Instagram page in the description below. You guys can go and check it out. Okay, now let's get started with the meme review. Me in the pitch black at 2 a.m. trying to see my blood sugar. Yes. So this is the life of a typical type 1 diabetes patient or an individual. So every night I check my blood sugars around 2 a.m. and I literally have to turn on my flash in my mobile phone to check my blood sugars, and if it is a hypo, that's it. It's going to be a very crazy night afterwards. So in spite of me staying awake, I keep my husband also awake to see if I am doing really well. So this is a very, very, very typical life of a type 1 diabetic. So yeah, takes insulin dose in a restaurant. Boomer, a table across from me. Boomer uncle, yes. So every time we visit a restaurant or when we try to dine out, and whenever I take my insulin before my meal, so this is the reaction how a strange man or a strange woman looks at me. So this is so weird. Asking my crush if he still likes me after I survived a low blood sugar episode and ate all the snacks in the house. Oh my God. I remember an incident when we were studying in college. My boyfriend, now my husband. So we actually visited a restaurant with two other friends, and I was in a terrible low when I visited the restaurant, and as soon as the food arrived, I started hogging into my husband's plate, and it was really very, very terrible. And after I recovered, I remember asking him if he still loved me, and he was like, "What the hell?" American pharmaceutical companies selling ridiculously overpriced insulin. Type 1 diabetics who have literally no choice but to buy it because they need to survive. Of course. Insulin is so costly. So my shopping list usually contains my insulin, my CGM sensor, my reader, my pen, my Novo pen, and of course my lancets and my glucometer strips. Yes, the list is endless, and of course it is a huge swipe in my bank account every time I do a type 1D shopping. Of course it is overpriced. Cookies, frosting straight from the tub, old candy, peanut butter crackers, juice boxes, the soul of people who say T1D can be cured with cinnamon. What? Fruit, glucose tabs. Me at 3 a.m. deciding what to treat my low with tonight. I get really very specific when I go into low sugars, and I feel like I do not want to eat a cookie or I do not want to have juices, but I want to have only candies when I really run out of candies at home. So this is my life, and I don't understand why they say you can cure type 1 diabetes with cinnamon. It's ridiculous. Interviewer, what's your greatest weakness? I have to pee pretty much all the time. Oh God, I have to pee now. I really have to pee.
A few moments later.
Huh? What's your greatest weakness? Interviewer asks, what your greatest weakness? I have to pee pretty much all the time. My blood sugar is at, oh God, this side. 210. Pathetic. And I just peed now. That's pretty much my life. When someone grabs a piece of your food after you have given insulin for it. Okay, so you calculate how many doses of insulin you need for your lunch or for your breakfast or dinner, and someone grabs half of it and you're like, what, I'm gonna go into a low, I've taken too much insulin. It's my life. When that hypo hits you, like, okay, it's totally fine, why am I crying? I really have no idea how I react or how I respond when I am in a hypo. So, yes, I have no idea why I even cry when I'm in a hypo. So you're telling me you overeat after every low. So to treat a hypoglycemic event, 15 grams of carbs is really enough to help you overcome from the hypoglycemic event. But it's really very difficult to remember or to measure the amount of carbs that you need to eat after every hypo. So it's like, how will I even measure and eat after low sugar? So it's totally ridiculous when the endo asks me, you overeat after every low. Yes, I do. Literally nobody, me. Having a severe low blood, literally nobody, me having a severe low blood sugar. Okay, it's really very crazy when I have a low blood sugar because you do not know what's really happening around you. I remember almost falling into a pit hole in college when I literally went into hypo. It's really funny now, but yeah, a pathetic situation. Still, I do not know how I react. It's totally clueless and crazy when I have a low blood sugar. When you are in the middle of something and feel your blood sugar starting to drop, don't. I remember flunking one of my college exams because my sugars dropped in between, and I'm like, what? Did I flunk the exam because of low blood sugar? Yes, it's terrible, but I am helpless. Pricking your finger for the third time and it still doesn't bleed. Okay, you prick every finger and you even use this part of your hand, and your blood is so stubborn that it doesn't want to come. Oh, it's terrible and it pains the hell out. I'm so excited to work out. 5 minutes into the workout, I'm 51. Every gym session of mine, I go with a proper plan that I need to complete these fitness exercises today, and I usually stop my gym sessions halfway because my blood sugar terribly drops low. This is really very pathetic, but this is pretty much a life of a type 1 diabetic, I guess. So if you guys have any tips to how to manage your blood sugars while you work out, you can actually put it in the comments and it might help me. Hearing your CGM low alarm go off, realizing you can now eat every snack in your house. So I usually, when there is a peak in my blood sugar, I usually let it dip so that I can go eat anything, and afterwards it again goes into high. And this is just an excuse to eat everything in the house. Don't worry, the coronavirus only affects people with weak immune systems. The first intimidating thing that happened to me was, am I going to be safe? Because I am a type 1 diabetic, but still I am vaccinated with 2 doses of my coronavirus vaccines, and I am not affected by it, thank God. back to school with type 1 diabetes. All my friends have my insulin, my glucometer, my low sugar snacks, and my books. Of course, my bag has even been bigger than this. So, true. When you go low at 2 a.m. and you are trying your hardest not to fall asleep while you wait for your blood sugar to come back up. Yes. 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. every morning is pathetic for me because that's the time mostly my blood sugar goes into a terrible low. So I literally have to stay awake to help me revive from my low blood sugar, and mostly I do not do that because, of course, who the hell will stay awake at 2 a.m.?
This is exactly how you lie.
Exactly how I lie in bed. I still want to stay awake, but I still want to go to sleep. Okay. Me trying to make it home when my blood sugar is crashing. You are in the middle of traffic and you find out that your blood sugar is going low and you do not have any low blood sugar supplies with you to help you recover from the low blood sugar, and it's really very pathetic and terrible. This is really very funny. A non-diabetic friend listening to me rant about diabetes. You just said a bunch of stuff. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Me, after reordering all of my diabetic supplies, in terms of money, we have no money. Oh my God, as I already told you, my diabetes shopping is really very expensive, and this is the state of me at the end of every month because I have actually spent all my savings and my salary for the diabetic supplies, and end of the month I have no money left. So that's the end of the type 1 diabetes special me. So I hope it gave you some fun because I'm not really very sure if you were all able to connect to it. But if there are any type 1 diabetes individuals out there who are really able to connect to it, or if you thought that this was really very interesting, please drop in your comments and I'll really love to read and enjoy them. So I'll catch you soon. Until then, bye-bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.